Welcome back to our Christ in Sport episodes. And today we're going to be talking with you about how can we implement sports in the church. So, Ahmed, can you give us examples of opportunities where we can use sports in the church?
So I actually grew up in a church, in St. Mark Church in Heliopolis in Cairo. And we grew up with always having a small soccer, kind of like a futsal court and a basketball court. And having this, and we played so many different sports in them. And I remember that my friends and many generations have grew up in these courts playing so many different sports. And through them, you go through different experiences in life. You win and you lose, and you have fights and disagreements. And these situations created through sports allow us to learn so many things. So I think the opportunities to use sports in church is so wide. So going back to your question, I went on a tangent a little bit, but going back to your question, what opportunities are there? There's so many opportunities. So we can do different sport leagues. We can do recreational games. We can do games that just break the ice, be introduced to each other, and create friendships and fellowships. We can do championships between different classes, different ages, different genders. We can do family events using sports. So there's so many venues that we can use sports in and it could be a great tool to be used in serving all people in the church.
And that's very true. So that actually, I like the examples that Ahmed was using, because it shows how that sport is not only for youth. Sport is actually from the youngest, maybe around, let's say 4 or 5 years old, and all the way to the older youth, which we call into 70s, 80s, because sport is not only an organized sport. When we define sport, for us, it is from recreational to professional. And everyone that falls into this category can be served through sport. When we say recreational, that goes from like icebreakers, like Ahmed was saying. And when we go to professional, it can be professional leagues in a city or in a town, or even on a national level. So sports is not only what we see the world that is giving us, but it's everything, including the audience. Those that are only interested in cheering for the teams can still be served through sport. So the first thing that we'll learn about Christ in Sport is it's for everyone, it's all ages, and it's recreational to professional. Is that right?
Absolutely. So
the second thing that that you would like to add to us that you think is necessary for Christ in Sport, what would it be, Ahmed?
I think the core of it all is that we keep in mind that we're playing sports, but we don't play it like the world does. We play it with Christ in mind. We play it with the Christ-like nature that we try to all aspire to or achieve, is to be Christ-like. So if we put this in sports, then it becomes a very fun, entertaining, brings people together. And it's an enjoyable time for everybody, whether they're watching or playing or even administrating or organizing. And I think it's a big fight. It's a big challenge for a lot of us, because the way we're introduced to sports is not that. So we have to take it and change it and modify it, and put our Christian principles in it, and then we'll be able to see Christ through it.
So one of the ways as well to do that is called exponential learning, and we're going to share that with you on the next episode in Christ in Sport. So we'll see you next episode.